Hey all, Russ here, RVerTV, welcome. Check it out, we're leaving Flaming Gorge area. It's early morning. We're actually going to travel through 3 states. Not far, but we will go through 3 states. All right, here we go. We're leaving Utah. There is Wyoming. We're in just the bottom corner of Wyoming and Utah. I'm going to cut across it's kind of a back road. We're heading over to Colorado. Steamboat Springs is destination today. Let's stop in Craig. Thought this would be a fun early morning drive. Do a little exploring on our way and see what happens. There is your Wyoming, Utah sunrise, just popping up over the hill. Wasn't Red Canyon, Flaming Gorge cool? That was so pretty, especially that Red Canyon. For sure, check out that last video. Well, dirt road, pretty smooth though. Looks like it's well maintained. Got a few miles to cut through here, and once we get down into Colorado, then we'll pick up US Highway 40. All right, get ready. I got 1 bar on the cell phone. I don't know how long Google Maps is going to last. And this should be it right here. See the little blue sign? Welcome back to Utah. Told you. Next stop, Colorado. Actually, we're going to go all the way across Colorado next several days. It's going to be quite the journey. Do a few videos, we explore the mountains. Should be a fun time. Very pretty drive. We're back on pavement. Just Wyoming was the gravel. Now we got pavement here in Utah. Pretty. There are oil wells everywhere out here. Look at the cows. There's a future rump roast. But oil wells, gas wells through this entire valley. It's huge here. Could you imagine living all the way out here? There is nothing here. It'd be a long ways to a grocery store. My goodness. You'd almost have to go all the way back into Wyoming, all the way up to like Green River from here. Ooh, ooh, look. Is that another state line? Heck yeah. Oh, we gotta stop. Well, I'm gonna walk to Colorado from here. I gotta change out camera batteries and get them set up. Truthfully, I wasn't even gonna film this part of it. I was just gonna head on over to Craig. It's supposed to be some Gunfighter Museum in Craig. And there's a Utah sign. Actually, this is the very last time this summer we're gonna see that. Utah's treated us well so far this year, huh? For the heck yeah summer tour. Alright, I'm gonna walk to Colorado. Leave the van in Utah. There's the sign, welcome Colorado. But yeah, talk about being out in the middle of nothing. My goodness. And there's ranches out here. People live. What a long ways. It'd have to be 100 miles to go to the store. Alright, well, I left the van in Utah. We better go pick it up. Just kidding. Pretty morning, a little chilly. Supposed to be in the 70s today, not bad. Perfect summer weather. Alright, this stretch here, kind of looked at it on the maps. There ain't a whole lot out here. I'll kick the cameras on once I see good stuff, if any. A few puddles there. It must have rained. It thundered last night at that Dutch John RV park I stayed at back at Flaming Gorge. Really didn't rain much. Seen a few like recreation sites. There is camping off the highway here. Also rivers, a few rivers, Green River, I think it's Yampa River, something like that. There's another sign for recreation camping. Really open area. My goodness, I'm just in awe of it. It's beautiful. but a long ways from towns or anything. Alright, finally got cell signal back. There was a lot of miles without any cell coverage. The US 40 should be up here. First stop sign, I mean, the only stop sign I've been across since we left Wyoming. Okay, make a left. This is US 40. Also known as the Victory Highway. Part of the old US routes, way before the interstates. Okay, on the phone here, this little town's called MAYBELL. Supposed to have a little gas station here. I need to top off with some fuel. There's quite a few miles this morning. Welcome to MAYBELL, Colorado. There's a big park on the left. Doesn't look like MAYBELL's very big. Couple old buildings. Ah, here's our gas station. MAYBELL General Store. And they're not open yet. Looks like got about 10-15 minutes. Alright, well, let's see. I'll go wait in the park. Right up here. Take a break a minute. Sound good? Heck yeah. I spotted a storyboard. There's also an RV park in their town park here. We gotta go check it out. That store ought to be about open. Grab a cup of coffee and some fuel. Big old trees. Look at the size of them things. But they got a RV park here. Looks like quite a few sites. Brown's Hole Robber's Nest. Old history, huh? I'll be darned. Women of Brown's Hole. Horses, ranches. Yeah, that drive this morning was probably like being in an old western. Sheep, cattle wars. I read about that. They got pretty violent. Also seen that down in Wyoming. Well, those pictures aren't there. But yeah, check it out. There you go. Heck, I'd stay here. They got them at least, oh, good 20 RV sites with power here. They got restrooms, probably even got a shower in there for the RV park. All right, fuel and coffee. There's a car out front. Cute little store, isn't it? Right here in MAYBELL, Colorado. All right, grab some fuel. That's something you'd see on a postcard, isn't it? A little dinosaur. They got a little park. Picnic tables. Looks like it's for sale. I'll be darned. Big trees. Definitely small town here, isn't it? All right, go grab that coffee.
Copied and just kept the pictures so we could give the calendars back to the original owners. So.
Really?
Yeah. She thinks of all this stuff. She's just, yeah, one of them people. Neat pictures. Give me all these neat pictures.
That little store had a ton of history. They're also oversee that RV park, which is also run by the town of Craig, she said. And you can book sites online if you want to stay there. And coffee was only $1. Go figure, huh? Definitely small town. All right, see what else I can find. It's supposed to be an old homestead here. Johnson Homestead. Dedicated to all the early homesteaders. It said 1910 era. It's like a little picnic area. Kind of overgrown though. I almost drove right past this. Locked up. Darn it. Gates locked. Wow, it's all overgrown. They haven't maintained this, looks like, for a while. Well, there it is. There's a Johnson Homestead. Out here in the middle of Colorado. Alright, we're getting into the big town of Craig, Colorado. I've driven through here a couple times. Mainly drop south out of here. South would take you straight down to I-70. It's a few miles, but you'd take it down that way. Well, it's early. We'll go explore town a little bit. I want to find that gunfighter place. It's supposed to be really, really cool. The reviews online are right through the roof. Then from here, we got a few more miles, not too many. We'll end over in Steamboat Springs. I think it's like a ski town up in the mountains. There's a KOA somewhere around here I stayed at several years ago. It was good. Small town USA right here. I really like driving through these old towns, checking out the old buildings, the architecture. Almost always these old brick buildings date back to like late 1800s, 1900s. Alright, that museum, I think it's an old school or armory or something. Should be right here, up here on the left. There it is. Wow, that's a big building. Alright, let me get turned around. Big old park here. Looks like I got about 10 minutes before it opens up. Just take a little walk around, explore a bit. Summertime flowers in town. Here you go. They got old pictures right in the business windows. That's kind of neat. Look how people posed back then. They had to sit there a long time for that picture to be taken. No one smiled. Some of these are empty. No one's in them. Not a very big town, is it? Movie theater. Coca-Cola sign. Go catch a flick at the west. Alright, let's head back towards that museum. It should be open. Neat old town. Insurance. What else we got? Looks like antiques. Bakery. Yum. Smells good. Bakery and craft store. Almost every town we visit, they got the flower pots. That's gotta cost some bucks. Put all them flowers and maintain them. Yep, there's a mural. It's quiet down here. I'm the only one out in the streets. It's not that early. Well, we've covered most of it. My goodness. That is artwork. All carved out. Public bench. Huh. I'd like to have that sitting in your yard. Eagles. Big old wingspan. All right, I think they're opening up. We can go on in. Statue here. Cool little town, isn't it? Craig, Colorado. $1921. Must have been an armory or something. All right, we're in. Old vehicles. Upstairs, the gunfighter stuff. Nice girl here said people come from all over the country to visit in here. I was talking to this nice lady here too about that road I drove over after we left Flaming Gorge. She goes, yeah, a lot of people live up in there. And they get used to commuting that far. But a lot of them backtrack into Wyoming, not all the way here. Neat old camera, huh? That would have been me back in the day doing that. Who was in that mirror? The old guy, the camera. Old time organ. Buggy. There's artwork upstairs and the gunfighter stuff. That is a massive painting. Huge. Looks like they sell prints of it. Very Western themed, isn't it? There's your 1 horsepower buggy. Get your Levi's, blue jeans. Local doctor. What else we got? Replica like town. All the furs for fur trading. Stagecoach. Could you imagine? I mean, that was modern travel. 5, 6, 7 people crawl in that thing. Where you go? Get the skis on the wagon. Snow country. Don't think about that stuff in Arizona. These photos are crystal clear for being black and white. Look at all them people on that coach. Huh. Those are about the clearest old black and white photos I've seen. I wonder if they enhance them. That's kind of cool, really. The Moffett Road. Railroad that changed everything. That was a big deal, just wait for the train to come in, huh? Coal. They must have coal mines up here. I think I spotted one coming into town. All right, well, let's go upstairs. More old photos. Dated and everything. Huh. The old wood, creaky old stairs, but the wood floors, everything just in mint condition. Queen of the cattle rustlers. Oh, man. Ann Bassett. Pretty fancy dressed up lady. Was a cattle rustler. Yep, there's our buddy, Buffalo Bill. That guy sure got around. Probably one of the biggest showmen that ever lived. There's we'll call him Roast, hanging on the wall, or Steak. Here's their art collection up here, old Western style stuff. She said it's pretty extensive. All right, well, we'll go to that back room. Then we're gonna head over towards Steamboat Springs. Even got a bear hanging up here in the wall. Joe Morgan. Famous, huh? Pretty good pictures. Looks like his old rifle. Old handcuffs. I'll be darned. Harry Tracy, outlaw and murderer. Ooh. Wow. Must have been his gun. They even got the old original belt and holster. John Ledford. Looks like he was, what, sheriff? And saloon owner. Serve 'em drinks and lock 'em up. Jim Baker. Last true mountain man. There is a ton of history here, huh? Josie Bassett. Remarkable women of the West. Just a different way of life back then. Can you imagine if these people came back now and said, "What the heck did you guys do?" Man, just totally a different world. Rustic relics. Some more old guns. Bad Bob Meldrum, lawman, artist, killer. $1,000 reward. That's big bucks, huh? Back in those days. 1866. Wow. There's his old prison photo. They do have a good collection here. And looks like cowboy gear, leathers, harnesses, hats, cattle rustling. Let's go find us some hamburger for tonight. Bunch of old guns and badges. All kinds of old saddles in here, too. You can really smell the leather in here. Saddles and ropes. Lots of guns. Oh, wow. Look at this guy. Ready to pounce on me. That'd be his dinner. All right. Well, not bad. Not a bad little stop. They do it for donations in here, so it's definitely well worth it. Get your Stetson hat. If you're into history like Colorado, the ranches, all of it, they got it in here. It is very, very well done, and some of the best quality photos, old photos I've ever seen. Pretty good poses for their pictures. All right, well, what do you say? You want to head over towards that Steamboat Springs? Downstairs, they got like their restrooms, and the walls are just full of like high school pictures from all the different years from Craig here. Bet the same guy made that bench outside. Made that. Old gas pumps. Okay, I think we've seen most of it. Yeah, that girl in there said they restore their own photos. They enhance them on the computer, reprint them. They were crystal clear. More museums should do that. That was, you could really see the detail of the history. Pretty good. All right, gonna go up here and catch 40, US 40, and head to Steamboat Springs. Gonna spend the night there. Neat little town. That girl also said there is a huge coal mine. I drove past it. It's just out of town. Big employer, this area. Probably keeps everything going here. All right, I better top off with fuel. I see a station right here. Switch out the camera batteries and then we'll roll on into Steamboat. It's not too much farther. Be done for the day. Then we'll check out the other town. Can really smell the grass being mowed. It smells good. A little humid. I'm not used to it. You know, Arizona is so darn dry. Any humidity I can feel. Plus, you don't see much green grass in Arizona. Desert, cactus, and sagebrush. For more information on my travels, be sure to check out my website, RVerTV.tv. There you sign up for free newsletter. Put one out once a month, right about the middle of the month. Plus we send out blogs, little stories and all that at different times as well. Also, we got a merch shop, RVerTV shopping store. Got the Heck Yeah series. Coffee mugs, hats, t-shirts for the summer travel here, the Heck Yeah travel season. Also Armchair Traveler, all of it. Once again, it's RVerTV.tv, which helps support the channel and future videos like this one. And I appreciate it very much. On the phone says Hayden, Colorado. I'm not stopping, we'll just drive through it, snoop around. There's Napa Auto Parts. So quite a few homes. Small town USA on one busy highway. This is definitely a busy road. Hard to film when you have to go this fast. That's why I like stopping. More buildings there. Those look pretty new. And here's our little downtown, looks like. And I'd say we're about through it. Wow, everything's so green right now. They definitely get water here. Good rain. Rain and snow. All right, let's see what else we can get into. I cheated. I stopped. Checked the phone. There's a pull out with some storyboards. It's supposed to be a former mine site up here, right along the river as well. Should be right up here pretty quick. Former mine sites on Mount Harris. Wolf Creek pictograph sites. So they got some ancient drawings. Must be up there somewhere, huh? Surrounding mines. Oh, they're in the hills. Huh. Well, they're probably all closed off. There's Mount Harris. I would say right up in there they are. Wouldn't you love to own the property that used to be an old mine? Heck yes. Do your own exploring and all that. Forsaken memories of miners lost. Always tragedies in old mines. Well, I'm about ready to get off the road. We're gonna go up here and find that Steamboat Springs. And it's a KOA I'm staying at. So let's do it. Made it. There's a river that runs right through the middle of this thing. Okay, well, let me get checked in, get parked, get set up, and we'll do a little more exploring. They always shuttle you to your site, these KOAs. Lots of cabins here, big park. You can fish here right off their little bridge, I guess, or wherever. Plus they got a city bus that stops here. You want to take a little ride downtown? I think so. Be nice to have someone else drive. Alright, get backed in here and relax. I'll get the e-bike out too. Got my electric X-Peak bike. We'll cruise around the park first. Yeah, every 15 minutes a bus comes through here. It's free. There's no charge. It takes you all around town. Here's their little bridge she's talking about. Lots of sights here, plus their cabins. There they are. And so you don't need an RV to do this kind of travel. It's one nice thing about KOAs. You know, a lot of parks are adding park models and cabins to their facilities now. Bet the fishing is really good here. That water is moving, isn't it? That's doing probably 20, 25 miles an hour. Well, let's check out the rest of the park. Like all KOAs, they're super kid-friendly. Playgrounds, a lot of activities every evening for kiddos and adults. Swimming pools. Got a little golf course here. Putt-putt golf. There's the bus stop right there. Well, what do you think? Want to hop a bus? Right at downtown? Steamboat Springs? Lady was saying they got all kinds of neat old buildings. It's a pretty big town. Alright, well, go back, grab a camera and some batteries. And a bottle of water. I'll bring my little camera bag, stick a bottle of water in there. There's home for the night. Got pretty good shade in the back of the van too for afternoon sun. That'll help. I don't even remember the last time I rode a city bus. I really don't. I did. Gosh. Oh man, eons ago. But no charge. You just get on them and go. They stop, you pull a cord and they'll stop, let you out, pick you back up. They all circle back through here. This is the end of the line. The RV park here on this end of town. All right, let's do it.
Próxima parada, MAYBELL.
They didn't tell you that the bus driver gets a 15-minute break about a half mile from the park. Still better than walking down there or riding an e-bike. Too busy of a town. That's a long ways down there. Well, when break's over, we're heading out. Yay, made it. Wasn't bad. Nice bus driver, real friendly. All right, this is downtown Steamboat Springs. Skiing town. They got ski lifts here. Their museum is closed today. Everything's closed down here. They got an art gallery. Few clouds rolling in there. We're high up. We're up in elevation. There's the mountain. All kinds of clothing shops, t-shirts. Got the flower pots out, old brick buildings, sushi. I was looking at the phone. There should be a park down here somewhere. Bears, even at the KOA, they warned me about bears. They said, watch what you leave out, trash. They got bears all over this place. Look at that, some e-bikes. Final day sale right there, going out of business. Gotta be a furniture store. They all go out of business, change your name. Well, we're getting down towards the end here. I think that's the park over there, that courthouse. Old street lamps. There's a logo. Colorful chairs sitting out. Busy town. I am really glad I did not ride the bike down here. I thought about it. Get run off the road. When traffic's that heavy, it's hard to film it and ride the bike. You gotta worry. Don't want to get run over. Well, here's our little park. They got statues. Skiing. Yeah, this is definitely a ski town. Well, I'll walk down a little farther. We can catch a bus anywhere. There's bus stops everywhere. Right there's one. They got a big public pool. They're hot springs. I'm not going in there. Wow, look at the water. It's probably part of their hot springs maybe, huh? Swift water. A lot of snow melt still going. Good place to have a gold pan. This is Colorado Rockies. Guarantee you find something. Yeah, there's our public pools or whatever. Pretty neat. Well, time to catch my bus back to the park. Looks like we're on 3rd Street. Love it. I didn't have to drive, even better. There's some old pictures of town here. Old buildings still look the same, don't they? Well, tomorrow journey continues. Gonna keep trucking south. Gonna zigzag my way through these Rocky Mountains here in Colorado. Journey continues. Talk soon.